Hey y'all, I'm Scarlet Eclipse. This is Scarlet Eclipse Collective. This is my first one, so please be gentle with me. Before we begin, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale all of the tension and doubt. Make sure you're properly grounded so your discernment can come on through and decide if this is really meant for you. As a reminder, don't forget to hydrate. Water is the healing element of the body. Perfect. Now that we've done that, let's begin. So I've been doing this on my own and by myself for quite some time, but with enough messages from Spirit basically yelling at me to do this, here we are. So we're going to begin. Hope your days are going really well today. I have headphones in, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. My house is getting fixed and renovated, so mind the mess. 111. I hate when they don't fold like that. You're like, what? I don't have big enough hands to do the cool little flip thing, so I think with like spirituality, it's, you know, not about if you can do it perfectly, because that's ableism. It's about like you doing what feels right to you. Okay? So we're going to begin. And let's see what's in store for you in this season. I'm feeling the month of June. Ooh, I does not want to shuffle at all. 143, I love you. I like the angel numbers. They make me feel like positive when like everything's going crazy. When I see the number and I'm just like, everything's going to be right. It helps me maintain the positivity and faith, you know, that we got going on. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that one wants to come out. First, we get the Two of Air. Yeah, you need to stop thinking about what other people are thinking of you, darling. Like, being normal denotes a rather lack of courage, right? Just like they say in Practical Magic. Love that movie. I can't believe they're coming out with a sequel, like, completely at all. But, yeah, you need to follow your inner guidance and do something that's really meant for you. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do and you just haven't done it because you're just too scared, now's the time to do so. We're going to have too many cards popping out, so I'm just going to do the one off the top. Yeah, you need balance. Balancing, and that's a strong message for me, because sometimes I just go like a million miles an hour and I don't stop and take a second to breathe and ground myself. I know most spiritual people are probably like very, very grounded, very soothing, but I got like fire, dude. Ooh, that one wants to come out too. It's the King of Earth. Yeah. You need to practice grounding and meditating. Now, meditating can look very different for some people. You can use the subliminals, like my favorite ones are 436, I believe. That one, or I cannot recommend. It's called, I think it's called brown noise, but that always makes me laugh because I have a childish type of humor. But I think of it like bees humming, like listening to a beehive, or just like listening to the birds outside. Be careful to not use AI ones, because the AI ones aren't going to give you the same level of wavelengths as like a natural source would. So I live in a very like, I call it a swamp, but it has so many different kinds of birds, and sometimes stepping outside and just listening to the birds like sing to you, and the wind like whispering things in your ear, like the rustling of the leaves, like, oh, it's that season to do that kind of stuff, you know? But taking the time, even if it's 5 minutes a day, to ground yourself is really important. And you can meditate with music. Like, I've used that when like I have anxiety, but I've got, you know, like trauma and stuff, and sometimes my mind can go and sometimes listening to something as beautiful as birds singing just isn't enough. I like start like, you know, the leg bouncing and all that. So Sometimes just like listening to music and then dancing along to it is a form of meditation. So make sure you take the time to do so you can get in this money and come in well balanced. Okay? I feel like we got one more card here before we move on to another deck. It really wants that card up at the top. Oh, I never thought I would live here. I've moved all around the West Coast, but I never thought in a million years I would end up I'm in Texas right now. That is very different from my personality. Whew, there it goes. What? First of all, it's the lovebirds, but it's 2-2. That is so in line with balance. Oh, I just love the lovebirds. Doesn't it feel so good? Now this one, I think of it as you're learning to fall in love with yourself, which is the most important thing. Like, I know the love of family and the love of like a lover and your divine counterpart, you know, that's what a lot of these people who join these kinds of videos want to hear. Like, what is my lover thinking? You know, when are they coming in? And I do believe that the more you obsess over that kind of energy, the more it like repels them. Because, I mean, wouldn't you, if someone comes up like this, you know, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's a lot of energy, right? Which comes back to you be grounded, like find the balance within, right? And actually how this landed out is they're on, ooh, look at it, they're on either side of this. I heard a tiger showing its stripes. I know it's a zebra, but that's what makes me think of it. And I'm hearing like laughter, like from Madagascar, Chris Rock. I don't think there's anything wrong with adults watching kids' movies, because personally I love Big Hero 6. I love that robot and helping that kid through that time. So I'm hearing like there's an ending, like an emotional ending that's happening for you that is a lot of, not pain, but like betrayal. Like you thought it was going to be something and it turns out not to be. Now, instead of like sitting there and wishing it to be different, you need to accept what is, even if it's painful, and let go of what it should be. Okay? Yeah, a deepening, I'm hearing like partnership. So if you have that best friend and they're your ride or die, give them a text, say that you're thinking about them or whatever inner joke that you guys have, because they might need that extra bit of encouragement. And if you don't have a friend yet, like, I'm a lone wolf. That's just, every time I evolve and change and grow and, you know, move, I just, you know, level up and people just aren't matching it with me. Like, I am the type of person who can't listen or have the conversations of like, how's your day? How's the weather? Oh, my house is getting fixed. Like, that's just really not me. I want like, what movie do you put on that gives you like strength and vibrancy when you need it the most? Like, those are the questions I want to ask, which I know are like, you know, kind of personal. And so anyway, if you're having like your own process of figuring out how to make friends and stuff without coming off too intense, know that there's someone out there that loves your intensity and has been waiting for it, and you guys are gonna match up real soon. What's coming out is the hummingbird, the 3 of water. Yeah, celebrate yourself if you haven't had time to celebrate. Now, a lot of people like think that celebrations are only for birthdays and only when you like accomplished something, but if there's anything in my burnout phase and the pandemic and like learning what perfectionism is, and like certainly like hummingbird in my family represents the women of our family, because we just like, I don't want to say we because that's not me anymore, but they just like work, and then they just overwork themselves and overstretch themselves, and they don't maintain like those certain boundaries that are needed to have that kind of balance. And then they end up just like a hummingbird, just never stops moving until it passes, you know? So that's just further saying that you need to ground. You need to not like stretch yourself out too thin. You need to like make those, I'm not hearing physical boundaries, I'm hearing emotional boundaries, and emotional boundaries with yourself. Like, I'm not meant to fix everyone's problems. I can't force someone to heal if they're not ready. Ooh, that one I felt a lot. And send that text, send that call to the person that you appreciate, whether that's them just being an ear to listen to, whether that's they pick you up from work. That's what I heard. They're always your ride to work. Like, take the time and say, I really appreciate you being there for me. I really appreciate you doing this. And if they're weird about it, be like, I'm not trying to be too intense. I just want you to know that I do appreciate your presence in my life. Ooh, I like that, presence, because they're a present. Too adorable. And I'm seeing 3. So there's definitely like a community, like a trio, like a group. Ooh, like a group. I like that. I like that. I'm getting drawn to this deck. So the deck I was working on is this one. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the animals, because then when I see a hummingbird, I think of this card. I think of this message a lot. And yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was meant to say. Celebrate yourself, even if it was getting out of bed and taking a shower. In fact, I'm hearing, if you have this strength and opportunity to do so, do a quick rinse off yourself. Like, I'm in a swampy area, dude. The amount of times I want to shower, I mean, and it's humid here, so like as soon as I shower, I still feel sticky. Like, I have never lived in a place this humid in my life. I mean, I was in Davenport, Iowa for a minute, and I felt like I wanted to like tear my skin off because it was just too much. It was too much. The corn sweat. Whew. I was in the Pacific Northwest and I was in Arizona, so this, like, it feels like a dog licking me. I don't like it, but it's meant to test you and push your strength, you know, test your resiliency. I'm seeing like a shaman journey, shadow work, like whatever comes out for you, whatever comes up. Ooh, that's in the way of this. We'll stack it over here. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories, because I truly feel like, well, first of all, it's one of the few like nursery stories or whatever, like childhood stories, where she doesn't end up with a man. Like the Mad Hatter. Oh, love the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter's her friend. It's her, like, I think of him more as like an uncle or a brother or something, more than like a romantic partner. Which I think is important, because the point of life isn't to fall in love. The point of life is to live, is to experience. It's to, you know, oh, I've always wanted to go to Italy. Ooh, Italy's coming up. I've always wanted to go to Italy, you know, then make that happen. Like, or set a plan to make that happen. Like, don't give up on your dreams. Like, it personally, to me, makes me really sad when people just get, like, they think about that love is the center of everything, and then they get married, and, you know, and they're just like, I'm so old now. And I'm like, you're not old, you're 35. Like, you're not old, you're 40. You know, you still have like a whole life to live. Like, your life does not end when you get married. Someone needed to hear that. And I think, like, you know, love is important, but it shouldn't be the center of your universe. I think they should come in and supplement, and they should complement, and they should come and help. Look at the lights coming out when I'm talking about this. 1414. But you should not be, like, sacrificing so much of yourself and who you are just to keep that love and to keep that attachment. Like, then that's not a positive attachment for you, especially if you have to shrink yourself. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Wheel of Fortune. That is a good positive sign. So when it's in reverse, they're just like, the dodo birds and stuff are just running around in circles like a chicken with its head cut off. That's what I heard. Just like, But because it's in the reverse, it's saying like, you got your head on straight. You got your head on straight. This ending of insecurity, of desperation, of I just want someone to see me and love me, like, ooh, don't we all, you know? Like, you are not alone in that feeling at all. Like, ooh, that one does not want to come out. Okay. I love this shirt. Wearing pants out here is like something else, dude, because it's just so humid and hot. I know I'm like in the middle of summer. It's like not May, it's June. It's June, but still. Ooh. What? In this deck, it's the Lovers, but it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So I'm not hearing a romantic love though, so sorry if you wanted a romantic reading. I'm hearing like a friendship. I'm hearing like a divine partnership. Like, who wants the greatest love of their life when they have like a best friend that will like, I'm hearing like Thelma Louise. I'm hearing will hide some evidence. I'm hearing like has got your back. Like, so in this ending of you doubting yourself and thinking that you're not good enough, or thinking that you need this like romantic love, like, you're gonna learn what love really is. Like, love isn't just, it's not just like making out and going on dates and you know, the physical. It's not, that's nice. I mean, it's nice, and we all do want that and crave that, but that's like the point of life is friendship. I'm hearing like fried green tomatoes. I'm hearing like Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, since it's Pride Month. Like, because Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they're not lovers. So in this deck, they're in perfect harmony. They complete each other. Like, for me personally, when I think of it, like, I used to be a type A personality. I planned everything out. I had A, B, C, and D. I went to college and high school. I was the honor roll student, you know what I mean? Like, golden child. And then I got burnt out because I think a part of me was doing that because I thought I would get this recognition and I would get this love and admiration from family. And then when I found out that didn't happen, it made me like very upset. And it made me realize, like, I don't even like that part of myself that does it. Like, I feel like I had to plan things out so I would feel safe. So I felt like if I took a step, I'm not just gonna fall. You know, like the Wile E. Coyote, when he takes a step off of the Grand Canyon and then he's like standing there and he looks around, and then as soon as he looks down, that's when he falls. That's how it felt like to me. So maybe that's like a reason you're feeling that way too. So I'm hearing like more like that someone who loves doing that, who loves being that type of energy in that type of way, who's told that they're too much because they plan things out or whatever. Ooh, I would love that person, man. Like, I do not want to be the one doing the itineraries and planning every little thing. But if someone was already that type of person and they loved being that way, ooh, me and them would be like a perfect match. Because I've tried to make my own like business off the ground, and I thought it would be marketing, and there's just, it's really hard to run your own business by yourself. It's really, really hard. And it's so much more fun and so much more beneficial if you have like a partner with you, you know? And I'm hearing that it doesn't have to be someone you already know, that someone's coming in to help you with that, to help complete you with the other half. Like, two peas in a pod, 1919, I saw that, 1919, 1999. Prince, Kiss was playing on my phone, or headphones, playing on my phone before I started this message. Like party energy, like silly, like goofy. Like, I'm hearing like when you're a kid, like I'm hearing like 13, when you guys were just goofing around or riding your bikes and like annoying the neighbors and causing a ruckus and being the talk of the town. Like, that silliness. I'm thinking like Psych, like Sean and Gus. How, that they're a good pair because one of them's really goofy and he's loud and extroverted, right? And the other one's more detail-oriented. He's more about organization, like, but the point is that they don't hate each other. It's not like in this example of Psych, it's not like Gus hates Sean. I mean, he like complains about him, but he doesn't hate him for being a silly goofball, you know. He accepts and loves him for who he is, and that's the point of the divine pair, is that they see who you are and acknowledge that's who you are, and they love you for it anyway. They're not like, oh my gosh, I wish she was more, you know what I mean? That's not real. That's not real in what this is, especially with the lovebird here too, like divine pair. I really thought we had one more card in here. I'm seeing the color orange, so orange might be relevant for you. Queen of Spears. Like, whatever you are doing, you are about to get down to business. Yep, I cut the Queen of Spears and then I have the King of Spears. See, he's like charismatic. He's all like, he might be a little tough, you know, but he's not arrogant. He's adoring. And then we got this card, which I need to double check. I feel like it's one thing and then I have to be like, okay, can you remind me? I know like some people don't like go through this whole thing, but yeah, you can't do it all by yourself. That's what I thought it was. So in certain spirituality, like spiritual people, or I don't know, it's not something I vibe with, where they say that you can do it all by yourself. And I think that's just a very, that just goes against everything that I believe in. Like my roots and background are very like First Nations, and my upbringing and how I was raised was that no, community is everything. Like, it's narcissistic to think that only you can do it all yourself. So if someone's like coming in and offering help, like accept that help. Otherwise, like the magic that you are meant to bring out into the world, if you think about that you're the only one who can like do it by themselves, that's like a selfish way of thinking, because your magic is needed in this world. Your energy is needed in this world. I love that Page of Spears. Yeah, there's a lot of Spears energy. Also, it's called the Swords, you know. Now, I read tarot a little bit differently than everybody else, so 23. 23 and me. Ooh, I'm hearing like a new cousin. A new cousin's about to be your best friend that you didn't know that you had, or a cousin reaching out to you. And it's going to feel like they're a sister, or they're going to become sort of like close like sisters, but it's your cousin. Ooh, love cousins. Gives you a chance at extra family, you know, that you don't have if you already have it. But the Page of Spears is like you're at the start of becoming, like doing something, kicking ass. Like, review it one more time. Oh. I got the whole world in my hand. That song is so stuck in my head. Yeah. You're doing your best. See, I just need to like remind myself. But you're like, you're getting really far on your own. 24. You're getting really far on your own. You're doing a lot of great work. Even if you know, are trying to compare yourself to other people's, like, yeah, don't compare yourself to other people. That's all I heard. Don't compare yourself to other people, because if the the most important thing, like powerful thing that you do today is you get out of bed, you take a shower, and you brush your teeth. That is amazing, and you should celebrate yourself for that. And it might feel silly, but don't even, like, reality is what you make of it. So if you're celebrating yourself for it, then it doesn't matter if anyone else thinks a certain way or disagrees with you celebrating yourself, because they're not there. It's not their life. It's none of their business, you know? Like, play that song that you want to dance to. maybe music will help motivate you through your hardest tasks. And but know that community is everything. 25. Community is everything, and you are going to come in to that other person that's going to help boost you into the King of Spears. Does that make sense? So the Page of Spears, like, for me, when I think about it, it's more like I'm a very creative person. I've written songs, I've written poems, I've written blogs. Like, I've done a lot of, like, creative things, and I've basically made a whole bank, or, like, I call it a hoard, like Dragon's Hoard. Ha 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 ha. But you're gonna need, like, a specific person who's very, like, detail oriented, like the Queen of Spears, who helps bring that out of you, you know, because you're a creative soul, you're an artist, you know, you're an expressive person. Like, oh, I love pride. And you're allowed to continue being yourself. Don't force yourself into being someone that you're not when your divine partner, and I'm saying divine partner, not divine lover, but I mean, it could be, but I'm saying, like, be more excited about friendships than loves. That's what I'm hearing. Because they're going to help bring this, like a budding idea, blossoming idea. And that person's gonna come in, and they're gonna know, like, exactly the right type of soil, you know, they're gonna know the exact way to prune. They're gonna know how to help make this rose bush bloom and grow. Like, they're gonna see you painting your white roses red, and they're gonna laugh at the idea, not at you, but more like, oh my gosh, you're such a funny soul, you know. I love you. I love your energy. Ooh, that's what I'm hearing. Aren't you so excited for friendships? Ugh, love on the bottom of the deck. Ugh, I love friendships. I think about them all the time. They're so much fun. I mean, think about how, okay, maybe that's just more me than you, but there's so many good friendship movies that are more about friendship than they are about love. I'm hearing The Wedding Ringer. I'm hearing The Wedding Ringer with Josh Gad and Kevin Hart. So funny. He literally doesn't have any friends, and he makes friends. And his friendships, like, help bring up his worth, like his self-worth, how he views himself, his respect that he has for himself, that he realizes, this girl isn't meant for me. I deserve better. Ooh, someone needed to hear that. I deserve better. That feeling, when you, like, feel that way, man, that's powerful. That's a powerful feeling. Like, and don't, like, you see this a lot when you get into relationships and you abandon your friendships. Ooh, that's a red flag. That should be a red flag for you. That should be a red flag in your relationships. Friendships are the soul of life. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I mean, in my own experience, more friends have been there for me in, like health situations, like being driven to, like, picking you up from root canal. I heard wisdom teeth. Your wisdom teeth is pulled, you know, and you can count on that friend to pick you up. This is an oracle card. That is a lot. That is a lot. Here's the thing. I love the graphics for this. Yeah. So we got endings. This is loss. And this is ancestry. So what I'm seeing from this, which is my lucky number 42. is there. What? This is 42 right there. That's my lucky number. That's important. So you can believe in ooh, it still wants another one. I picked this up. Okay. So lucky numbers, or you can make your own sign. So instead of just looking at angel numbers, like pick a number that's yours and say like, this is my lucky number. If I see this number, then I know that I'm on the right path, right? So for me, that's 42. I think I took it from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where it says the point of life is 42. And it's like life and death or something. Don't hold me against that, but I think it is 30-30. I'm hearing, ooh, someone's turning 30, and that's a big deal, and you're really, really scared. 30 is young, dude. Think about the 20s as basically an extension childhood. What do they call it? They call like 5th grade. It's not upper elementary. It's like an extension of elementary. I can't remember what it's called, but that's basically what the 20s are. Like, so, I mean, if you talk to some, like, I'm hearing join an art class. I'm hearing learn how to knit. Like, don't be afraid to find friendships in the activities that you've always wanted to do or wanted to learn, because there's wisdom and there's unique and friendships that you never thought you would have before coming to meet you, and they're going to give you the wisdom that you've been looking for. Yeah, there's no obstacles standing in your way. The obstacles are clearing. I'm hearing that family has been an F word for you. It is for me. My grandma's passing, and my family are acting, you know what I mean? So I felt this when I felt the family tree being upside down, and that the ending of the pain and feeling like, why are you guys acting like it's so difficult to love me when it's so easy to love myself? Like, I think I'm such a, worthy person. I don't understand why you guys don't see my worth. That is ending. Those people are not meant for you. And the longer you hold on to, but why me? Why not me? Pick me. Ooh, I'm hearing Grey's Anatomy, where she's like, choose me. Like, that needs to end, honey. That needs to end. Like, you are ending that. It is done. You don't want to be running around in circles. Like, you should never have to fight for someone's love. You should never have to fight for someone to want to be in your life. If they're not putting in the energy, they're not showing up, they're not responding to your text messages. Ooh, someone needed to hear that. They're not responding to your text messages. Cut it off. That's your answer. Closure isn't them apologizing to you. That's putting all the power on them. Closure is you deciding, wow, I hear you loud and clear that I'm not a priority and I'm not important and I'm not, we want different things in this relationship. 3-3-3-3. Like, I hear and see that we want different things in this relationship, and I can't force you to love me, and I can't force you to want what I want. You can't force anyone to heal if they're not ready to heal. That's what I'm hearing. I pulled that one, so I should probably pull it out. I got 6 of Spears. I was just really drawn to pull that out. The Spears, man. That's the one, if it was like hedgehogs, I'm like, I got it. But the Spears, I like struggle with the most, which I think is very telling of for me anyway. I struggle a lot with Swords energy of just like, I just like charge and do things the way that I want to do things, but I don't like sit and, yep, that's what I thought. So if you need to, because it's fresh, like, my family stuff is fresh. It's happening every single day. Like, take a moment, bawl your eyes out, put on the happy music and dance away. And if it helps, like for me, it's really, really hard for me to cry, like, you know, because life. But for me, I put like a sad movie on. Like for me, it's Big Hero 6 when the brother passes, and I'm like, that's all that little boy had, you know, like, or I always cry when in Kung Fu Panda when Po gets to be a Kung Fu master, because I always cry for happy things too. I'm just like, he got his dream, why can't I have my dream, you know? Anyway, like take the second to just say that sucks, that was so unfair, I deserve to be treated better. I'm so upset that I'm not getting what I thought I would get out of this 35, out of this like connection, out of this relationship, you know? I'm hearing like leaving bad relationships. You, honey, do not need to beg. You should never beg. I once begged for a guy and I will never ever do it again. Never ever do. I mean, I had mold poisoning, so, but I'm saying I hated that it wasn't even them, that I allowed myself to stoop so low to beg for someone who didn't even want to be there. So if it helps, put on the sad music. I'm hearing Billie Holiday, that's what I'm hearing, and Whitney Houston came up. Like some soulful songs, you know, sing it. If you have a hard time crying, sing those songs. It doesn't matter if you're a good singer or a bad singer. I don't believe in that, by the way. Singing is for the soul. It's for everybody. Like this whole like good versus bad thing is toxic. Like it doesn't, no one cares if you're a bad dancer, you know, at least you're dancing. Someone needed to hear that. Yeah. Sing your soul out, cry those tears, take that cleansing shower and dance on by, because that's just, I call him creator, other people call him spirit. Creator is just removing and pruning the dead branches so you can actually grow and blossom. And you need to let this dead weight behind so this person can come in and so you can accept them in. Because I mean, truthfully, with all this Spears energy, if that Spears person's coming in and you're still like dramaing over people who clearly just don't love you the way that you love them, you know, like, you want balance. Remain grounded, remain balanced, know your worth. Know that you're heading for great and beautiful things. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I can't wait for this best friends coming in. I'm hearing boys on the side. Ooh, riding in cars with boys is the other one. Those are sad movies. But I'm hearing like deep friendship. Oof. Yes. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I wish the best for you. Don't forget to ground. Don't forget to drink water. I'm serious. Drink, even if you meditate those 5 minutes, those 3 songs, you know, ooh, shuffle. And it's the 3rd song. I know other people say shuffle 3 times, but you know how hard it is to shuffle on Spotify? I mean, seriously, when you hit the shuffle button over and over again, it doesn't really shuffle it the way that YouTube Music does. So I'm hearing the 3rd song. 3. Okay. And know your worth. Because you're worth it. And you don't got to do anything other than, you know what I mean, balance and have your boundaries of I'm not claiming their mess. Their hatred isn't for me. That toxic energy isn't meant for me, right? Because you're worthy of love and you're worth it. Happy Pride, y'all. Lovely meeting you. Stay tuned next time.